Hello and welcome. If you are watching this video, that probably means you are participating in an upcoming mission trip to Honduras or Belize with World Gospel Outreach. Thank you for serving with us. We are excited to share with you a new platform for our mission trips called Managed Missions. In this video, we would like to give you a brief tutorial on how to use the program. Let's get started. First, if Managed Missions is completely new to you, you will need to create a user account. This can be done by clicking on the link that your team leader will send you. Here's a look at what the email will look like. So this person has been invited to join a team on Managed Missions. She'll just click the link and you'll see her email address is already there. She just needs to create a password. So we'll do that now. Be sure that this is the email address that you want to use within Managed Missions. If it isn't, you can ask your team leader to send you a new invitation with a different email. So go ahead and hit Set Password. And you're going to see any teams that you have been added to within the system. Now, if you have already been using Managed Missions, if you've used it in the past, you can log in with your existing account info. So this is a serve team member whose name is Carrie Jones. She's our serve team member we're going to use as an example. A little later in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a single Managed Missions login to create profiles for multiple family members going on either the same or different trips. But once you're logged in, you'll see all of the trips that you're already assigned to. Carrie is signed up for 3 trips, which possibly you won't be signed up for that many. You might just see 1. But you'll be able to see any trips that you're attending all in one place if they are here in Managed Missions. So let's take a look at the first trip on the list, which is scheduled for March 2025. So once you click on this trip, you're going to see the main information for the trip kind of here in a snapshot view. It's got the key trip details and a list of some of the meetings, tasks, and goals that you're responsible for as a team member. So team leaders and WGO staff will put in those key dates and the deadlines that you as the team member need to keep track of. When is the deposit due? By what date do I need to submit the forms? Etc., etc. You can always check Managed Missions and see those dates and deadlines. You can also go to the task and goals section, which is right over here. And you can click on each item for more information. And then once you have done a task, for most of the task, you can mark it completed once you have done it. So right there, I just marked myself as having completed the team member information form. So this is good if you want to be able to keep track of the things you still need to do. And the team leaders also will be able to see where different team members are as far as completing all the deadlines. All right, so let's go back to the main page. I'd like to point out here that on your main screen, you're going to see the trip documents and important links. Your team leader or WGO staff will have placed things here that are important and that all team members need to be able to access easily. If you upload any documents into the system, such as maybe your passport photo page, things like that, those will also appear here, but will only be visible to yourself and to team leaders. All right, next I'm going to show you how to fill out the Serve Team Member Information form here in Managed Missions. As you can see, the link to the form is right here in the links section, or possibly your team leader will email you the link. To fill it out, just click the link and start filling in the information fields. Carrie actually started this form but wasn't able to finish it, so she is going to review the information that she already submitted and then hit next. The system is going to let you know which are the required fields, and it won't let you continue if you have missed a required field. Now right here she's put pending for her passport number, so maybe she has applied for her passport but she hasn't received it yet. She can go ahead and fill out this form, but she will need to come back later and put in the correct passport number. We do require 1 emergency contact. You can put a secondary one if you'd like. And then there's information about your health, diet needs, allergies, and medications. Anything along those lines that you would like WGO and your team leader to know about, please type that information in here, and any other considerations. So then you'll hit next. Next, you'll be given the option to upload a profile image. This is not required, but we would love it if you did upload a photo of yourself. If you don't have one handy, you can hit skip and come back to it later. And then finally, this is the last page, and you'll need to fill out information such as your serve team leader. Please select the correct serve team number. Be sure to double check that your passport is valid for at least 3 months beyond your departure date. How many trips have you been on with WGO? We're just going to go ahead and put some test in here as these information fields, but we do want to know about your career and where you go to church and any special abilities or training or skills that you have. These questions may be a little different depending on which site you are going to. But this is just one example of the form. You can go ahead and let us know all these things and then hit submit application. So you'll receive this confirmation, and you'll also receive a confirmation in your email. Okay, so next I want to show you how you can use one managed missions account for multiple family members who will participate in the same or even different mission trips. Perhaps you're planning on taking one of your children with you on a mission trip, or maybe your older child is going on a trip with your church and you want to stay on top of their deadlines. You can create a profile for each of your children within a single managed missions user account. To do this, you'll just fill out the serve team information form for each additional family member. Be sure to use the form that is associated with the trip that you or your child are going on. So in this instance, serve team member Carrie plans to bring her 14-year-old son with her, and so she will fill out this information form for her son. So she just needs to come here and click new person and start filling in his information. And she can come back to this later. So if she doesn't have time to fill it out now, she can always come back to it at another time by clicking the serve team information form. So once she's created new people, it's going to save here within the managed missions profile. And after the form is submitted for Greg, here's what's going to happen. WGO is going to be notified that the new form was submitted, and then they will make sure he gets assigned to the trip also, to the correct trip. After Greg is accepted to the trip, the next time Carrie or someone logs in with this particular profile in Managed Missions, they are going to be seeing something different when they click on their trip. If there are more than one family member assigned to the trip, they'll see that they will be asked whether they are viewing it as Carrie or as Greg or someone else. So I'm going to go ahead and click that we're viewing it as Carrie. I do want to mention that for every profile, there is the My Info section. So whether she is updating it for Carrie or Greg, she needs to go to that person's profile and click My Info if she needs to make any updates. So for instance, earlier I mentioned Carrie had applied for her passport but didn't have it yet. Once she receives it, she can come in here and edit that information by adding the passport number here. You can also make other edits or updates along the way if you need to make any changes to the information you have given. The last thing we'll cover in this video is using managed missions for fundraising. Not all teams fundraise through WGO, but if your team does, managed missions is a great tool. Your team leader will let you know if fundraising through managed missions is available to you or not. If your trip's funds will be raised or collected through the church or organization, you will not see the fundraising information within managed missions. So let's click here. This is a sample church that is fundraising through WGO. So the fundraising information is here in Managed Missions, and you can go to this tab for more information. Okay, so I'm going to click this link for the team fundraising page to show you an example. When donors get to this page, they have the option to give a general gift that supports the whole team, or they can select a name of a team member in the participant drop-down. This is a safe and secure online giving portal, and donors are going to receive an email receipt right after they give. Funds that are given here go directly to WGO, and they are used for trip costs that the team or individual must pay directly to WGO. These costs typically include the team member ground fee, ministry focus fee, and sometimes airfare. So going back to the main page, you can see that Carrie needs to raise $2,000 for her trip. So she can come over here and click it, and she can see more details about her progress. She hasn't received any contributions yet, but once she does, she'll start to see those listed here. And also, she can use this button here to make her own contribution towards the trip. So if she's paying for her trip, all or in part, she can do that right here in Managed Missions. So if your team is using Managed Missions for fundraising, be sure to let friends and family know that their contributions are 100% tax deductible when they give through your team's donation page. We hope this introduction to Managed Missions has been a helpful starting point. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the mission field soon. Bye!